Morning Thailand supported by Sea Thai Superwear. Wings Learning Circle. Customized English course for your business. And welcome back to the program. You're watching Morning Thailand with Jim Golf and of course คุณเชน สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ
Now คุณเชน I'm struggled quite a bit in terms of, obviously I know about the two version of Amnesty Bill, but at this point there has been a talk of the red shirt that normally the supporter of Pheu Thai Party came out and say that we want to show Pheu Thai Party that we're opposing this particular movement. What happened? Are they becoming divided? Is that the case?
I think for the nature of movement is quite actually divided in the first place for the rate because they claim that they are leaderless movement.
Really? The red? I thought they have quite a clear.
And if you quite follow with the news and how the movement goes, you quite understand that they are very, very independent. They are not dependent to the leaders per se.
Really?
Yes.
But we have heard a lot about them having Kun Thaksin as a main. So you're saying that dissecting the red shirt movement itself, there's other.
It's very important to dissect them because.
Okay, dissect it for us because I think a lot of people at this point think that it's probably if you're red shirt, you're
the red
for
shirt.
Kun Thaksin, but you're saying that not all the red shirt are for Kun Thaksin.
It's like saying if you are the yellow, you must be for Kun Sonthi Limthongkun, which is
Not the case.
not true.
That's true.
So you can be opposing something that might be one of the shades that the Reds believe. Then you can
That's
be the
good.
red.
That's good that we addressing that a little because
Many of the Reds believe that Kun Thaksin Shinawatra quite proposing the policies that are a bit better than the past, meaning that the people can actually call on to the Pheu Thai Party to serve them.
which is true.
Not just to respect the Pheu Thai Party as they had to do with the old political parties in the past. So it's quite a new idea for them.
Okay.
So I would say the Pheu Thai Party quite doing a very good business in serving the people as one-stop service. But
All right.
For the amnesty bill that you were talking, actually there are three.
There are three.
There are two that we are debating in the parliament, but there is another one outside
By
the
the
parliament
civil,
by the
group?
victims,
by the victims.
by the victim families.
Right, but it wasn't
we
even
already talked about
into the. It's not even part. It's not considered in the cabinet at all. That's why it's
Correct.
kind of fell out.
It's not from the political party.
Okay.
All right. According to the bill proposed by Kun Warchai Hema, the first bill that we already talked about, the amnesty would be granted to the offenses conducted between September 19, 2006, the coup night,
Right.
and May the 10, 2011.
Right.
But on the October 18, Kun Prayut Siri Phanit, the Pheu Thai MP as well, someone called him the cutting board head, meaning
What?
Hua Khiang,
Oh,
because of his unique hairstyle, cutting board.
that's horrible.
His figure.
But he proposed to amend Article 3, which is the heart of the bill, and this amendment might extend the amnesty to cover Kun Thaksin Shinawatra, the
Yeah,
former
Section
Prime Minister,
3 that they're
because
debating.
he would propose to grant the amnesty to offences conducted between 2004 up until 2013. But he quite ignores that.
Okay.
And for the victims bill, they would like to propose for the amendment that would not include the offense that conduct to their families,
Okay.
in short. But according to Kun Prayut, he said, and I quote, "I confirm this, you can execute me if because he believes that the amnesty bill is about justice, not about Kun Thaksin per se. And he said the yellow shirts, the red shirts, state officials, soldiers in charge of crowd control, Democrat Party leader Abhisit Vichachewa and Democrat MP Step Suban will be granted as well in the recent anti-government rallies, as one at Urupong intersection and Lumpini Park. But for the red in the street, like Kun Goff just mentioned in the previous break, that the Red Sunday led by Kun Somsak Bunnngam Anong, a faction of the Red Shirt movement, will organize a rally on this Sunday. He believed that this rally will signal to the Pheu Thai party about where the people in the red who took part in political struggle rally stand on with the amnesty issue. Because for Kun Sombat, it's quite important to include political prisoners of the lese majeste case as well. But this will make the case even more controversial. The amnesty bill that just passed the second reading of Kun Prayut, they call it the blanket amnesty bill or Mao Keng.
Right, or like
It's meant to-
umbrella, blanket, anything that pretty much cover everything and
Yes.
everyone.
And I would say many of the red shirt core leader that we have seen on TV and in the movement quite oppose this bill.
That's why I'm kind of surprised, but a little. But obviously, it's a complicated issue. It seems.
Because I think one of the points that they do not want Kun Abhisit Vichachewa and Kun Suthep Suban to get that amnesty.
Right, but that's going to mean that they probably going to have to sacrifice themselves as well as a chance for Kun Thaksin to be under the same umbrella or blanket as well.
I think the thing is that many of them, including Kun Nattawut Saiker and Dr. Weng Tojirakan, quite confirmed that they would not accept the amnesty bill. I mean, they would.
They don't want to benefit from this bill. That's
Right.
what they want.
Right.
But the same as the Kun Abhisit and Kun Suthep, that he refused to get the benefit from this amnesty bill as well.
Right, they said we could have
Yeah, you're gonna fight all the.
a lot of fighting. Apparently, I'm a fighter.
But to me, I quite believe that the rationale behind the amnesty bill is to show forgiveness.
Okay.
But for those who are the victims and the family members, quite may feel a bit difficult to
not very
forget.
forgiving, right? Forgiving and
As well.
forget.
Correct.
There has been a talk though about the 5.7 billion baht asset that belongs to Kun Thaksin that was froze since the coup, and they say that there might be money going back to him and such, and a lot of people were kind of like opposing that a little bit as well, and a lot of talk now they say that in this particular bill, if it's actually partially including the money and the finance that's supposed to be given back to this person that involved in that during the time. Obviously, he was charged at the time for his involvement and everything else that seem to instigate the violence. But they say that if he actually being part of this umbrella bill, then he should get his money back. And I think the Prime Minister would kind of,
I think the government.
tiptoeing around the area, try not to answer that question.
I think the government quite answered that by extending the ISA or Internal Security Act to the end of this month.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
we are expecting some chaos.
Yeah, they actually moving until the end of November.
Remember?
Right. So at this point,
Oh,
it
I
seems-
thought this month was November already.
no, not yet, because we still have to wait for the ICJ ruling.
Right.
Remember on the 11th, and that was one of the reasons why they want to extend it. Alrighty, so that's all the time we have. It's actually a very difficult issue and it's ongoing, and we're trying our best to give you all the information. But if you still have more problem, you can always email us at morningthailandshow@gmail.com or go to our Facebook site at facebook.com/morningthailand. Watch our playback on YouTube as well, or our rerun at 10. Now, as for today, thank you Sea Thai Superwear Quality, the World Trust, as well as Wings Learning Circle, customized English course for your business. Everyone have a good weekend. I'm Golf.
เชน and คุณจิมสวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ